Hello, Ted here again. Today we're doing another shrimp dish, and I know what you're thinking. This guy cooks way too much shrimp. We're actually going to do a stir fry, so we're going to switch it up a little bit. We have 6 shrimp per usual. I've already thrown a little bit of salt on there. We're going to do black pepper. You always want to make sure that you season your shrimp. And normally when you're doing a stir fry, you do all your vegetables first. But I like to do my shrimp first to get a little bit of flavor onto the pan, and then I'll cook my vegetables in it. But I'm only going to cook half the shrimp. It's going to do one side until it gets to a nice opaque pink color, and then we'll take them off, throw in our veggie, and we'll go from there. So first things first, we add a little bit of oil in there. We're going to let it heat up. You want it to have a nice sizzle to it. And while we're waiting for that to heat up, I'll show you what I got over here. So we have some snap peas, we have some carrots, broccoli, 3 different bell peppers, red, yellow, and orange, a little bit of onion, and then I have a homemade sauce here, which is a stir-fry sauce. In the sauce, we have toasted sesame oil, lime juice, honey, soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, garlic, ginger, brown sugar, red pepper flakes, and then a little bit of black pepper. And I know what you're thinking, that's a lot of ingredients, but don't worry, the flavor is going to be amazing. Oh yeah, now that's getting nice and hot, so let's get that mixed on around. You want to make sure it's fully coated, and now we'll throw in our nice little shrimp. Oh, that sound. We're throwing in our shrimp, and that's a good sound. You want that sizzle sound. That's how you know it's done right. Oh yeah, you can hear it. Now I love a stir fry. We eat a lot of Asian cuisine in my household. I do a lot of teriyaki chicken and stuff like that. We eat it constantly. My kids love it as well, so it's a nice dish that you can sneak some vegetables in to your kids as well. Oh, there we go. Look at that pop. And like I said, we're only going to do one side, and then we'll take them off and put them on something else. We can kind of already see they're nice pink. Oh yeah, that's a good sound. Now basically what we're doing is just getting a little bit of brown on there, so that way we can pull that flavor off into our vegetables. Yep, so you see how they're a little pink color there? That's what we're looking for. We're only cooking them like halfway essentially. Because shrimp is one of those things that overcook very quickly. Oh yeah, there you go. Alright, so now that we have that off to the side, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the vegetables that actually need the longest to cook, so your snap peas, carrots, and broccoli. I'm going to reduce the heat a little bit. And what you're going to do is you're going to consistently move this around. You don't want them to burn, so you want to make sure you're constantly stirring. And what I have here is a little bit of water, so when they start to brown a little bit too quick, you can hit it with a little bit of water, and that'll kind of lower the temperature for you and make it so your stuff doesn't burn. Oh yeah, I love my veggies here. I don't know if you guys eat a lot of stir fry, but after this you're going to be making it all the time. Yeah, you see it's getting a nice little brown color. This will cook for a couple of minutes, and then after that we'll add in our bell peppers and onions, let that cook down some, and then we'll add our shrimp back in, and then our homemade sauce. Yeah, and with the homemade sauce, I put in red pepper flakes. You can also put chili paste in. If you don't like it spicy, don't put it in. It's not a big deal, you know. It's for you to decide. Now you see it's getting a little brown. I'm going to add a little bit of water now. A little bit more. That already smells really good. All of this is vegetables. And you want to continuously stirring. If you let it sit too long, you're going to burn it, and that's the last thing we want. Now, I like my vegetables a little bit crunchy. I'm not a fan of mushy vegetables. I like the crunch, so I like to throw in my other stuff a little bit sooner. And you can add a little bit of butter too if you like. I just don't see the need. The sauce that we have is going to be more than enough richness for you. Oh yeah. Yeah, and those are getting nice and tender. So now I'm going to add in my peppers and onions. Now we did reduce the heat just a smidgen because we don't want our stuff to burn, but now we're just gonna let it heat back up again. Oh yeah, look at that stuff. And like I said, the trick is just keep moving it. You don't want it to sit on one side too long. A little brown to your stuff isn't bad. You see how the broccoli's a little brown? Some of your edamame's a little brown. Well, I guess not edamame, snap peas type. Oh yeah, that stuff looks great. God, you can just smell that too. I don't know about you guys, but I love the smell of peppers and onions. That stuff just sticks out. I'm a big fan of Philly cheesesteaks too. I actually got to visit Philly not too long ago with my girlfriend and my family. If you've never been to Del Sandro's, I recommend it. Delicious. Like I said, we're just gonna let this cook down a little bit. You can wait until it's like a little bit more translucent, but you don't want to cook them too much because when we add our shrimp and our sauce back in, it's gonna cook even longer because we're gonna have to let our sauce thicken because of the cornstarch inside of there. Oh yeah, they're starting to get a little tender, which is a good sign. I'm gonna add a smidgen more water. Now we're ready. So we're going to add our shrimp back in. And as you can see, the backside is still translucent because we only made one side pink. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to take our sauce and you're going to want to whisk it right before you throw it in because that cornstarch is going to thicken it and it's going to get a little stuck to the bottom. So you want to make sure you get it all off the bottom, because we want every ounce of cornstarch. Now, I like a lot of sauce with mine, so there's quite a bit in here. I'm a big saucy guy. Alright, so we're going to let that reduce just for a couple minutes. Oh yeah, that's a good smell. So as that reduces for a couple minutes, oh my God, look at that color. Oh, that smell, I could just drink this stuff up. Yeah, look at it. Now you can see it's starting to kind of thicken all around. We're going to reduce our heat just a smidgen. And now we're just waiting because you can kind of see these shrimps are still a little translucent. We're just going to heat this up until those are now pink. Once those are pink, we're going to throw it over some rice and then we'll be good to go. Oh yeah, I'm so excited. I'm a big fan of food like this. I could eat it all day long. And once this shrimp is almost done too, we're going to throw these green onions in. You always throw green onions in last because you don't want them to welt. You want them to just cook just slightly in there and then you're good to go. I'm going to flip some of these bad boys over, make sure they're getting nice and warm. God, if you guys were here, you would be asking for some right now. It smells so good. I don't know about you guys, I'm constantly smelling my food. I have to get that good smell in. Oh yeah, look at that stuff. And now what I'm doing is I'm just constantly kind of getting it going. I'm moving it around. I don't want it all to sit too long because then it's going to burn in the pan and we don't want that. So I'm just kind of making sure it doesn't burn, but it's still able to fully thicken. And it looks like it's just about done. I'd give it another like 30 seconds. That looks about right. And now here, this is what we have. It's rice, and it's a long grain rice. We actually use it for our jambalaya as well. A little bit of salt, a little bit of butter, a little bit of black pepper, and then that's it. Now we're gonna throw in these guys because it's just about done. We'll mix it, and then we'll serve it. Let's give it a couple of seconds. now we're ready. Oh yeah, I'm excited. And we're just gonna pour it right over top of that rice. I'm gonna scrape all I can off there. And there you go. Now that looks amazing. Why don't we give it a taste? Get some of that rice.
All right, start.
And now here's the favorite part of every meal, is actually tasting it. So we'll get a little bit of that shrimp and some of that rice. Oh, I'm gonna grab some of these veggies too. Oh my God. That is good. Don't forget, put some Ted on it.